Do you know the story of the Bermuda Triangle begins long before modern aviation or advanced navigation systems? This mysterious region, roughly bounded by Miami, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico, has captured human imagination for centuries. But how did this stretch of ocean become one of the most debated mysteries in history? The earliest recorded account linked to the Bermuda Triangle dates back to 1492 during the first voyage of Christopher Columbus. While sailing across the Atlantic, Columbus documented strange phenomena in his ship's log. He reported erratic compass readings, an unusual occurrence at the time, as well as mysterious lights flickering on the horizon. These observations, though subtle, marked the first known hints of unusual activity in this region. At the time, such anomalies were often attributed to natural forces not yet understood. Navigation in the 15th century relied heavily on celestial positioning and rudimentary instruments, so even minor inconsistencies could be alarming. However, Columbus's writings would later be revisited and reinterpreted as possible early evidence of the Bermuda Triangle's strange behavior. As maritime exploration expanded in the following centuries, the region saw increasing traffic. Ships traveling between Europe, the Americas, and the Caribbean frequently passed through these waters. While many journeys were successful, some vessels vanished without explanation. However, these disappearances were not immediately linked to a specific triangle or mystery. They were often dismissed as the risks of sea travel. The concept of the Bermuda Triangle as a defined mystery did not emerge until the 20th century. One of the most significant turning points came in 1918 with the disappearance of the massive cargo ship USS Cyclops. Carrying over 300 crew members and a full load of manganese ore, the ship vanished somewhere between Barbados and Baltimore. No distress signal was sent, and no wreckage was ever found. To this day, it remains one of the largest non-combat losses in U.S. naval history. Despite this, the event did not immediately spark widespread fear. It wasn't until 1945 that the Bermuda Triangle truly entered public consciousness, following the infamous disappearance of Flight 19. This group of 5 U.S. Navy training planes took off from Florida on a routine mission. During the flight, the pilots reported compass malfunctions and confusion about their position. Radio transmissions captured their growing panic. They could not determine which direction was west, and the ocean below them appeared unfamiliar. Shortly after contact was lost, even more mysteriously, a rescue plane sent to locate them also disappeared without a trace. This double disappearance shocked the public and raised serious questions about what was happening in that region of the Atlantic. By the mid-20th century, patterns began to emerge, or at least people believed they did. Reports of missing ships, malfunctioning instruments, and unexplained phenomena were increasingly associated with this triangular area. Journalists and writers started connecting these incidents, giving rise to a narrative that something unusual and possibly dangerous was at work. Thus, the Bermuda Triangle was born, not as a physical structure, but as a concept shaped by history, fear, and unanswered questions. It became a symbol of the unknown, a place where science struggled to explain what had occurred and where mystery thrived. This early period, from Columbus's voyage to the disappearance of Flight 19, laid the foundation for what would become one of the world's most enduring enigmas. Following the Higa innocence of Flight 19 in 1945, the Bermuda Triangle rapidly gained notoriety as a zone of unexplained disappearances. What had once been isolated incidents began to be viewed as part of a larger, more disturbing pattern. In 1948, a Douglas DC-3 passenger plane vanished while flying from Puerto Rico to Miami. The aircraft, carrying 32 people, was nearing its destination when it sent a routine message indicating no problems. Moments later, it disappeared from radar. No wreckage was ever recovered, and no distress call was recorded. The suddenness of the disappearance, combined with favorable weather conditions, made the case particularly puzzling. The following year, in 1949, two British aircraft, Star Tiger and Star Ariel, vanished under similar circumstances. Both planes were flying over the Atlantic with experienced crews and functioning equipment, yet, like so many others, they disappeared without a trace. Meanwhile, maritime incidents continued to add to the mystery. Ships traveling through the region reported strange occurrences, compasses spinning uncontrollably, sudden fog banks appearing out of nowhere, and electronic instruments failing without explanation. Some vessels were found abandoned with no sign of their crews. One particularly notable case was the disappearance of the tanker Marine Sulphur Queen in 1963. Carrying molten sulfur and a crew of 39, the ship vanished in the Gulf of Mexico. Only small debris fragments were found, insufficient to determine the cause of the Arabic, Het Arabic, Alif Arabic, Dal Arabic, that Arabic letter 6C1. During the 1960s, media coverage played a crucial role in amplifying these events. In 1964, writer Vincent Gaddis coined the term Bermuda Triangle. In a magazine article bringing widespread attention to the phenomenon, his work, and others that followed, connected various incidents into a single narrative, suggesting a mysterious force at work. Books, documentaries, and newspaper articles began portraying the Bermuda Triangle as a place where the normal rules of nature did not apply. Stories of vanished ships, ghost vessels, and lost aircraft captured the public imagination. Some accounts even described pilots encountering glowing objects or experiencing time distortions. By the late 1960s, the Bermuda Triangle had become a global sensation. It was no longer just a geographical area. It was a cultural phenomenon. The idea that a specific region of the ocean could defy explanation resonated deeply with people, especially during an era of rapid technological advancement and Cold War uncertainty. However, not everyone accepted the mystery at face value. Skeptics argued that many of the reported incidents were exaggerated or misreported. They pointed out that the Atlantic Ocean is one of the busiest travel routes in the world, and accidents, while tragic, are not uncommon. Still, the sheer number of unexplained disappearances kept the mystery alive. Each new incident added another layer to the legend, making it increasingly difficult to separate fact from fiction. This period from 1945 to 1970 transformed the Bermuda Triangle from a series of isolated events into a worldwide mystery. It was a time when fear, curiosity, and storytelling combined to create one of the most enduring legends of the modern age. By the early 1970s, the mystery of the Bermuda Triangle had reached global attention. Stories of vanished ships and aircraft had captured the imagination of millions. But as the mystery grew, so did the demand for answers. Scientists, oceanographers, aviation experts, and researchers began to take a closer look, asking a critical question. Is the Bermuda Triangle truly mysterious, or is it simply misunderstood? One of the first major efforts to debunk the myth came from Larry Kush, who in 1975 published a detailed investigation into the phenomenon. Kush examined original reports, weather data, and official records. His conclusion was direct and controversial. many of the Bermuda Triangle stories were either exaggerated, misreported, or based on incomplete information. According to him, there was no evidence of anything supernatural, only a combination of natural Arabic, Tain Arabic, Wow Arabic, Alif Arabic, Meme Arabic, Lam, and human error. A key scientific explanation involves extreme weather patterns. The Bermuda Triangle lies in a region of the Atlantic known for sudden and powerful storms. Tropical cyclones, thunderstorms, and especially hurricanes frequently form in this area. These storms can develop rapidly, often catching ships and aircraft off guard. High winds, massive waves, and low visibility can easily lead to accidents, even for experienced crews. Another major factor is ocean currents, particularly the powerful Gulf Stream. This fast, moving current flows through the Bermuda Triangle region and can quickly carry debris away from a crash site. As a result, wreckage is often never found, giving the impression that ships or planes have vanished without a trace. In reality, the evidence may simply have been swept far from the original location. Navigation issues also play a significant role. The Bermuda Triangle is one of the few places on Earth where magnetic north and true north align closely, leading to unusual compass behavior. This phenomenon, known as magnetic declination, can confuse pilots and sailors, especially in earlier decades when navigation technology was less advanced. A small error in direction over a long distance can result in being completely lost at sea. One of the more fascinating scientific theories involves methane gas eruptions from the ocean floor. Known as methane hydrates, these pockets of gas can suddenly release large amounts of methane into the water. When this happens, the water's density decreases, reducing buoyancy and potentially causing ships to sink rapidly. If methane reaches the atmosphere, it could also disrupt aircraft engines, leading to sudden failure. Another explanation comes from the study of rogue waves, massive, unexpected ocean waves that can rise up to 30 meters, 100 feet high. These waves, once thought to be myths themselves, are now scientifically confirmed. In a region like the Bermuda Triangle, where ocean conditions are highly dynamic, such waves could easily overwhelm even large ships without warning. Human factors cannot be ignored either. Many accidents attributed to the Bermuda Triangle occurred during times when navigation systems were less reliable and pilot training varied widely. Fatigue, miscommunication, poor decision making, and lack of experience have all been identified as contributing factors in various incidents. In some cases, investigations revealed that crews became disoriented or made critical errors under pressure. Advancements in technology have also played a crucial role in reshaping our understanding. Since the late 20th century, the introduction of GPS, satellite tracking, and improved weather forecasting has significantly reduced the number of unexplained incidents. Today, thousands of ships and aircraft pass through the Bermuda Triangle every year without issue. This suggests that the region is not inherently more dangerous than other heavily traveled parts of the ocean. Modern studies have shown that the number of accidents in the Bermuda Triangle is not significantly higher than in other regions with similar traffic levels. In fact, when adjusted for volume, the rate of incidents is considered normal. This challenges the long-held belief that the area is uniquely hazardous. So, does science fully explain the Bermuda Triangle? For the most part, yes. Natural forces, weather, currents, geological activity, combined with human error, provide logical explanations for the majority of reported incidents. However, a few cases remain unexplained, often due to lack of evidence rather than mysterious causes. In the end, the Bermuda Triangle may not be a place where the laws of physics break down, but rather a place where our understanding was once limited. As science continues to advance, the line between mystery and explanation becomes clearer. This chapter marks a turning point from fear and speculation to investigation and evidence, bringing us one step closer to understanding the truth behind one of the world's most famous enigmas. Even after decades of scientific investigation, the Bermuda Triangle continues to fuel some of the most fascinating and controversial supernatural theories in modern history. While science has explained many naiveness, the human mind often looks beyond logic, especially when faced with mysteries that seem too strange to be purely natural. This is where imagination, speculation, and fear combine to create theories that go far beyond conventional understanding. One of the most popular and widely discussed theories is that of extraterrestrial involvement. Many believers suggest that the Bermuda Triangle is a hotspot for alien activity. According to this idea, advanced extraterrestrial beings use the region as a hidden base or transit point. Some claim that ships and planes that disappear are actually being abducted by aliens for study or unknown purposes. This theory gained popularity during the Cold War era, a time when interest in UFO was rapidly increasing. Pilots and sailors have occasionally reported seeing strange lights or unidentified flying objects in the skies above the triangle. While no solid evidence has confirmed alien involvement, these accounts continue to spark curiosity and debate. Another enduring theory revolves around the legendary lost city of Atlantis. First mentioned by the ancient Greek philosopher Plato, Atlantis was described as a highly advanced civilization that sank into the ocean thousands of years ago. Some researchers believe that the remains of this civilization lie beneath the Bermuda Triangle. According to this theory, Atlantis possessed advanced technology, possibly involving powerful energy sources or crystals, that still function today. These remnants could be emitting electromagnetic waves strong enough to disrupt navigation systems, compasses, and communication. This could explain why aircraft lose contact and ships go off course in the region. Then there is the idea of time warps and dimensional portals, perhaps the most mind-bending of all theories. Some believe that the Bermuda Triangle contains rifts in space-time, where the normal flow of time is altered. In such zones, a few minutes could stretch into hours, or entire objects could vanish into another dimension. There have been anecdotal reports from pilots who claimed to have flown through strange clouds or fog, only to emerge in a different location with time discrepancies. In some stories, instruments stopped working entirely, and the environment appeared distorted. While these accounts are not scientifically verified, they continue to intrigue both researchers and the public. Closely related is the concept of interdimensional portals. This theory suggests that the Bermuda Triangle acts as a gateway between our world and parallel universes. If true, it could mean that vanished ships and planes have not been destroyed, but instead transported elsewhere. Though this idea belongs more to science fiction than science, it remains a popular explanation among enthusiasts. Another lesser known but interesting theory involves underwater alien bases or unknown civilizations. Some speculate that deep beneath the ocean surface, there may exist hidden structures or intelligent beings that humanity has yet to discover. Given that a large portion of the ocean remains unexplored, this idea, while speculative, cannot be entirely dismissed without further Arabic, ta Arabic, het Arabic, af Arabic, Farsi ye Arabic, af. Media and entertainment have played a massive role in spreading these theories. Movies, documentaries, and books often present the Bermuda Triangle as a place where the laws of physics break down. These portrayals, while not always accurate, have significantly shaped public perception. However, it is important to recognize that none of these supernatural theories have been proven. Scientists generally reject them due to a lack of credible evidence. Most experts argue that these ideas arise from human curiosity and the desire to explain the unknown in dramatic ways. Yet, despite the lack of proof, these theories continue to thrive. Why? Because the Bermuda Triangle represents something deeper than just a geographical location. It symbolizes the limits of human knowledge. When faced with uncertainty, people often turn to extraordinary explanations. Aliens, lost civilizations, and time warps provide answers that are not only imaginative, but also emotionally compelling. In the end, whether one believes in these theories or not, they play a crucial role in keeping the mystery alive. They transform the Bermuda Triangle from a scientific puzzle into a global legend, one that continues to inspire wonder, Arabic, get Arabic, wow Arabic, va, and endless speculation. After centuries of stories, decades of investigation, and countless theories, we return to the central question: what is the truth behind the Bermuda Triangle? Is it a genuine zone of unexplained phenomena, or a legend shaped by human imagination, fear, and storytelling? Looking at the full historical timeline, from Christopher Columbus's 1,492 observations to the disappearance of Flight 19 in 1945, and the surge of incidents reported through the mid-20th century, it's clear that something unusual captured global attention, but attention alone does not equal proof of mystery. By the late 20th century, scientific research began to dismantle many of the myths. Investigations led by experts such as Larry Kush revealed that numerous famous cases were either inaccurately reported, exaggerated, or missing critical context. Whether reports had been ignored, navigation errors overlooked, and timelines distorted in retellings. Modern data paints a very different picture. Today, thousands of ships and aircraft pass through the Bermuda Triangle every year without incident. With the help of GPS, satellite tracking, and advanced meteorology, the region is no longer considered unusually dangerous compared to other heavily traveled parts of the ocean. In fact, statistically speaking, accident rates in the Bermuda Triangle fall within normal global averages. So, why does the mystery persist? The answer lies not in the ocean, but in the human mind. The Bermuda Triangle sits at the intersection of history, uncertainty, and imagination. When early explorers encountered unexplained phenomena, they documented them with limited understanding. When mid-20th century disappearances occurred, they were amplified by media eager for compelling stories. And when science stepped in to explain these events, the legend had already taken on a life of its own. Supernatural theories, aliens, Atlantis, time warps added layers of intrigue. Even without evidence, they offered dramatic answers to questions that seemed too strange for ordinary explanations. In doing so, they transformed the Bermuda Triangle from a navigational concern into a cultural icon. But the truth, as it often is, lies somewhere between extremes. Yes, the Bermuda Triangle has been the site of real tragedies, lost ships, missing aircraft, and lives that were never recovered. These events deserve to be remembered with seriousness and respect, not just as mysteries, but as human stories. At the same time, there is no scientific evidence to support the idea that the Bermuda Triangle is governed by unknown forces or supernatural powers. Most incidents can be explained through a combination of natural Arabic, Tain Arabic, Wow Arabic, Alif Arabic, Meme Arabic Lam, weather, ocean currents, geological activity, and human factors such as error, misjudgment, or outdated technology. In essence, the Bermuda Triangle is not a place where the laws of physics break down. It is a place where our understanding once fell short. And yet, perhaps its greatest power lies not in what it does, but in what it represents. It represents the unknown. It represents the limits of human knowledge, and most importantly, it represents our endless curiosity, because as long as there are unanswered questions, there will always be stories, and as long as there are stories, the legend of the Bermuda Triangle will never truly fade. Do you believe the Bermuda Triangle is real or just a myth? If you enjoyed this deep dive into the mystery of the Bermuda Triangle, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more powerful historical and mysterious documentaries.